Take a warning from this time on and learn. Never speak harsh words to your true love and husband. He may leave you and never return. As I stood on the mountain and looked down in the valley, watching the smoke from below, it was coming from a tall, slender smokestack way down on the Southern Railroad. That kind of a combination of versions of that tune that I picked up from just about everywhere. An old Vernon Dalhart, 78, to a blues singer from North Carolina named Pink Anderson. And
basically that's the whole story.
a couple other places.
The 78 only gave the middle of the story because 78s are only 3 minutes long. So decided limitation to the technique.
Okay, you got one?
I don't know. You're planning the set.
Why don't you do
Boston MTA, lost on the Boston MTA.
It was taken from this song, yeah.
it was originally a song called "Ship That Never Returned." Actually,
Oh, okay.
it was way back. Talking about the Titanic.
Oh.
And then they rewrote just about everything to turn it into a train song. And it's always interested me that next to religion and love, the third most often discussed thing in songs is trains. And except that train songs just kind of cut off after a while, because trains cut off after a while, you know. So it cut off with maybe went through the city of New Orleans, and that was about its last gas. Okay, whole bunch of
Oh, are we doing train songs?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we're on train songs.
See if I can sing it. My voice comes and goes. I think I'm in C because that's where I can play it. Not too fast. Choo-choo on a rusty railroad ride. They've sent me to the choo-choo graveyard and they're never gonna bring me back. My car's with a diesel and the diesel sure looks proud, but he'll never match the sound of a choo-choo when he blows his whistle loud. There's many, many little children never thrilled to a choo-choo sound. If they don't put me back up on the railroad, let me keep on chugging around. So we fa 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 salami so so fa, so we fa 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 salami so, so we fa 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 so la la, so we fa 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 so la. And shiny on the day of my trial run. I'll never forget how they eyed me as I glistened in the sun. There's a new day coming tomorrow when you won't hear the whistle scream. You'll just hear the roar of the diesel like a foghorn out at sea. There's many, many little children never thrilled to my choo-choo sound. If they don't put me back on the railroad, let me keep on chugging around. So me pa 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 salami so pa. So me pa 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 salami so. So me pa 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 so la la. So me pa 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 so la. Soul's helper if they'll only set me free. I'll blow my whistle at the crossings and make the diesel proud of me. Corn kept on chugging as the diesel roared on by, and the black smoke kept on rolling as they rolled on down the line. But many, many little children never killed from a choo-choo sound. If they don't put me back upon the railroad, let me keep on chugging around. So me pa 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 salami so pa. So me pa 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 salami so. So me pa 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 so la la. So me pa 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 so la.
First, dress up in all those fancy sequin nudie type costumes.
You should explain that Nudie is the name of the guy who made them. And he made all of the really fancy, you know, the music notes down his sleeves kind of, really elaborate ones.
Hanging songs?
You know, lots of murder songs.
Oh, okay, well, that'll work, that'll work. Think of a baker while you're doing it.
Thanks to the Ohio. Not the same thing.
I met a girl in Knoxville town, you all know well. And every Sunday evening out in her home I dwell. We went to take an evening walk about a mile from town. I picked a stick up off the ground and knocked that girl down. She fell down on her bended knee, but mercy she did cry. Oh, Willie dear, don't kill me here, I'm unprepared to die. I never spoke another word, I only beat her horse until the ground around me within her velvet clothes. I'd taken her by her golden curl, but flowed her round and round. I threw her into the river that flows through Knoxville town. Go there, you Knoxville girl, got dark and rolling eyes. Go there, you Knoxville girl, you'll never be my bride. Starting back to Knoxville, got there about midnight. My mother, she was worried and woke up in a fright, saying, son, oh son, what have you done to bloody your clothes so? I know my anxious mother been bleeding at my nose. Light for me a candle to light my way to bed. Find for me a handkerchief to bind my aching head. I rolled and tumbled the whole night through as troubles were for me. Like flames of hell around my head and in my eyes could see. They hurried me down to Knoxville, they put me in a cell. My friend
but none could go my bail. I'm here to live my life away
Down in this dirty old cell, because I heard that
Knoxville girl, that girl I love so well.
One thing I should warn you about is never go near a river with a guy named Willie.
Yeah. Or any other body of water. Williams are okay, but Willies are not to be trusted. They will hit you over the head and throw you in the water every time. Bills are okay. You just gotta watch out for Willies.
Willie Nelson, that's about it.
Yeah. Even him I wouldn't go near a river. For some reason, although that's a really,
Maybe a
really
river in
old
Texas
song.
which wasn't pretty dry.
Not right down here. There's running water in this one.
Okay.
Ever since they dug into it. I mean, there was always running water, but it never ran on top of the ground, except during big rainstorms. And they channeled it, dug it out. Now there's running water all the time. There's something wrong with that. It ain't natural. Completely underground, yeah. Yeah.
15 cents is all I got, dollars all I trade. 15 cents to buy me a drink and $1 to dig my grave. Well, sir, I went down to visit my rich uncle this last week, and he was the first one in our neighborhood to get him one of them there modern houses, you know, and he said, showed me around all the various rooms they had, and he says, this here's the bedroom. Well, friends, I could see it was a bedroom because it had a lot of beds in it. And he says, you see that old bed over there? That goes back to Louis the 14th. I says, well, we got one down at the house, goes back to Sears Roebuck, the 5th.
15 cents, all I got, dollars, all I trade. 15 cents to buy me a drink and $1 to dig my grave.
He says, I got to cut me a little stove wood, so you just look around yourself. And friends, I found this room. I don't think they meant for me to find. It was all kind of shelved away like they was ashamed of it, but I found it just in time. And it had the prettiest old white horse trough over in one corner, you know, all made out of that white dish stuff. And it had another thing is on the side wall, just to wash your face in, but it was no count. It had a big hole in it. The water ran out as fast as it ran in. I shoved a corn cob down and it worked a little better after that. And the other thing they had there was this thing to wash your feet in. And you could wash one foot, and you could jerk a little lever and get clean water for the other foot. And you know, it had two lids on it. I didn't know why it had two lids on it, but I lifted that top lid up. That bottom lid was all wore out, had a big hole in it. Well, I took those lids home with me, you know, and Virginia made the nicest breadboard out of the top lid, you know. They framed my picture in the barn.
15 cents is all I got, dollars all I trade. 15 cents to buy me a drink and $1 to dig my grave.
Thank you. used to bill myself in the old days as a clown-cost folk singer. And what I'd do is I had kind of a sneaky way of doing it. I'd steal old-time routines from some of the comedians I heard, but I'd always make them in the form of a letter from back home. That way I'd write them all out and I could just read it. You know, I had all my jokes written out and everything, and I just always claimed to be from Enum, Washington. Actually, Seattle, Washington. Enum is close enough, and it's funnier.
What are the songs you used to sing about that?
Trying to think of some of the songs we used to sing. Used to sing some political kind of things, you know, like, oh mama, I saw one on the square, heckling a YCLO there. I could see that she was doing fine. She had better shapes and curves than any party line. I want to marry a Trotskyite, I want to marry a Trotskyite. Bourgeoisie, they don't appeal to me. A Ypso girl must keep me company. Oh dear me, no YCL for me. I only want a Trotskyite to bounce upon my knee. YCLs are Young Communist League, and Ypsos are YPSLs, or Young People Socialist League, and there are all kinds of various groups like that. My wife and I, we go to bed each night, united front between the Trotskyites. When she's out on Ypso work instead, I read labor action to take her place in bed. Yeah. I don't know why that song has stuck with me all these years, but
Because it's funny.
I guess so.
What, no wobblies?
Wobbly songs? Oh, my grandfather was a wobbly.
We have them here.
Huh?
Until they were escorted to the edge of town.
There's a song called We're Marching to San Diego that I've seen the words to. It's all about the free speech fight here in town. I've never been able to find it. I just
know it was there, but you don't know that.
it was in a book. I was in a book of old rebel songs. Yeah.
Do you know Way Down Yonder in the Pop Podcast?
I know some of it.
I don't remember. All I know is Way Down Yonder in the Pop Podcast. I learned that.
Where is dear little Susie? Where, oh, where is dear little Susie? Where, oh, where is dear little Susie? Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. Picking up pawpaws, put 'em in a basket. Picking up pawpaws, put 'em in a basket. Picking up pawpaws, put 'em in a basket. Way down yonder in the pawpaw patch. I don't know the tune there.
Way Down Yonder in the Pop Patch.
I don't know if there's any more words that I know. Those are the two I remember.
I know, that's all
I learned them in grade school too.
That was our favorite song.
That's a good song. Or one I learned in third grade was I've been to Boston, I've been to Dover, I've traveled this wide world over 3 times over. Drink what you have to drink and turn the glasses over. Sailing east, sailing west, sailing over the ocean. Better watch out when the bump against your rock, or you'll lose your little gal in the ocean. I think it was the same songbook though.
I remember that Trotsky song. We used to, when I was in college, the Trotskyists used to put on a spaghetti dinner and trying to make conversions, you know. They put on spaghetti dinner, the free spaghetti dinner. I mean, a musician's got to go for that. I remember learned that song and I sang it when I was, and I absolutely had a very straight look on their face. They called me and said, "It isn't Trotsky, it's Trotskyist." weren't amused at all. Come on, you jolly jokers, listen while I hum a tale I'll relate to you, the great American bum. From the east, the west, the north, the south, like a swarm of bees they come. They sleep in the dirt and wear a shirt that's dirty and full of crumbs. It's early in the morning, the dew is off of the ground. The bum arises from his nest and he gazes all around. From the barnyard to the haystack, he gazes everywhere. With his pack on his back, he'll never turn back until he gets a square. I bum my way from Frisco Bay to the rock-bound coast of Maine, from Canada, Mexico, and all the way back again. I've met town clowns and harness bulls, tough as a cop could be, and I've been in every calaboose in this land of liberty. I've chopped the spruce and dug the sluice and taken a turn at the plow. I've dug for gold in the rain and cold and worked on a river scow. I've dug the clam and built the dam and packed the elusive prune. My troubles fail when I hit the trail of packing my old balloon. Oh lady, would you be kind enough to give me something to eat? A piece of bread and butter and a 10-foot slice of meat. A piece of pie or custard to tickle me appetite. For lady, I'm so hungry I don't know where I'll sleep tonight. Sleeping against the pokey, hokey, hokey, smoking snipes and stogies, hurrah, hurry, hurrah, for I'm a bum, a jolly old bum, I live like a royal jerk. I have good luck to bum on my chuck and I never bother to work. I met a man the other day I never had met before. He asked me if I wanted a job of shoveling iron ore. I asked him what the wages were, he said 10 cents a ton. I said, hey fella, go chase yourself, I'd rather be on the bum. Sleeping against the station, la-la-la-la-lation, that's my recommendation. Hurrah, hurry, hurrah, for I'm a bum, a jolly old bum, I live like a royal jerk. I have good luck to come on my junk and I never bother to work.
Do we have a ball?
Right.
Same author.
Now if you, Harry McClintock, Haywire Man. You take that record that he made, or Bum song was called. And you flip it over and you have this one. When springtime does come, oh, won't we have fun? We'll throw up our jobs and we'll go on the bum. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again. Now I don't like work, and work don't like me, and that is the reason I'm so hungry. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again. Now I like Jim Hill, he's a good friend of mine, and that's why I'm walking down Jim Hill's main line. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again. I went to a house to ask for some bread, and the lady says, bum bum, the baker is dead. Hallelujah, I'm a bum. Hallelujah, bum again. Hallelujah, give us a hand out to revive us again. What's that? Yeah, I do.
You know, I could barely speak. I didn't realize when I told what psychops out. And nobody thought, they all thought I was even more crazy than it was.
Yes, we ought to do it.
I had 3 good psychops and
Going to ghost songs or haunting songs?
What's that?
Ghost songs or haunting songs from the Captain Frankenstein?
big old red flags.
Spooky songs.
Spooky song.
I know it's spooky song. I can't do it yet, though. You have to do one first.
Raggedy, scraggly, hair on his chin, rattered and tattered and ugly as sin, eagle-eyed and fluffy-eared, he's the man with the weird beard. Who is he? What is he? Nobody knows. Same at his heels as he is at his toes. Never had his whiskers sheared, he's the man with the weird beard. It ain't black, it ain't white, it ain't oats, it ain't hay, it ain't right. It's the craziest sort of hair. 20 robins live in there. Who is he? What is he? None can attest. Wearing a beaver instead of a vest. Never had his whiskers sheared. He's the man with the weird beard. That's Martha Godfrey of all people.
Very scary song. Okay, this is a scary song. Little old woman, all skin and bone. Oh, she went to the graveyard all alone. Oh, well, she looked up and she looked down. Oh, and she spied dead bodies lying all around. Oh, she spied the sexton and to him she said, oh, will I look like this when I am dead? Oh, yes, my daughter, the sexton said. Really good for scaring the kindergartners. I could have screamed more ferociously, but you know. I didn't want to cause any heart attacks.
That's what you need the cough drop for.
Really.
A ship out on the ocean, just a speck against the sky. Amelia Earhart flying sad that day, with her partner Captain Newton on the 2nd of July. She fell into the ocean far away. There's a beautiful, beautiful field far away in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. She radioed position and said that all was well, although the fuel within her tanks was low. She'd stop at Holland Island to refuel her monoplane. Then on her trip around the world she'd go. There's a beautiful, beautiful field far away in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. A half an hour later, an SOS was heard. Her voice was faint, but still her voice was brave. In shark-infested water, her train went down that night. She fell into the ocean to a watery grave. It was a beautiful, beautiful field far away in a land that is fair. Happy landings to you, Amelia Earhart. Farewell, First Lady of the Air. I learned this off of a record from a fellow named Will Fife. Will Fife was a Scottish music hall performer. And later I heard Ramblin' Jack Elliott do it. And so it's kind of a Scottish Brooklyn cowboy version. I've been with a few of my cronies, one or two went in a hotel. We did fairly well. Then we came out again. Then we went into another. That is the reason I'm here. Drank 6 yoga horses, then sang a chorus. Well, here now I'll sing it to you. I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow too. But there's something wrong with Glasgow, for it's going round and round. I'm just a common working lad, as anyone plain can see. But when I get a couple of drinks on a Saturday, Glasgow belongs to me. There's no harm in being teetotal and saving a shilling or two. When your money is left, you've got none to spend. That's all the better for you. There's no harm in taking a dropping, enjoying the troubles and strife. And it makes you feel that when you ain't home, when you don't give a hang for your wife. I know, 'cause I have been deputed. Not only have I been deputed, I have been asked to speak to you on behalf of the working man. What about these bloomin' millionaires, these capitalists, the people with the money? What do they do when they see a poor man walking home at night, just a wee bit drunk? They condemn him. They do. They point the finger of foreign at him. They say, look at that common laborer, under the affluence of alcohol. Disgraceful. But what's a poor man got to do? He's got to get home, and rich people got big fine motor cars. They go by so fast you don't know whether they're drunk or sober. But I know, 'cause I belong to Glasgow, dear old Glasgow too. But there's something about in Glasgow, for it's going round and round. I'm just a common working lad, as anyone plain can see. But when I get a couple of drinks on a Saturday, Glasgow belongs to me. Thank you. We're going to do a bunch of old songs like She Criticized My Apartment Till I Knocked Her Flat. They put me in jail for loving you, but they can't keep my face from breaking out.
Get off the stove, Granny, you're too old to ride the range.
I've been singing this song since I learned it from Arthur Guitar Boogie Smith. Old MGM recordings made about 1950. And I always thought that he wrote it until about 25 years ago, I discovered that it was an old vaudeville song that he had lifted and taken credit for it. Lots of that was done. The songs that were already in the public domain could be lifted and recopyrighted. You could make money on it twice. Anyways, it was originally recorded by 1905. You all have heard of foolish questions, and no doubt you wonder why. A person will ask you a question and expect a sensible reply. Like, have you ever taken a girl a box of candy? Say right after tea. Well, the first thing she do is kind of wrinkle up her nose and say, is this for me? Foolish questions, you might as well reply. No, this candy's for your ma or your pa, or it's for some other guy. I just wanted you to see it. Now I'm going to take it away. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you'll hear them nearly every day. Then nearly every morning, there's someone round the place who sees you take the old shaving brush, lather up your face. And as you give the razor a preliminary wave, this person will always ask you, are you going to shave? Foolish questions, your answer is I hope. No, I'm not prepared for shaving. I just like to taste the soap. I like to take the old shaving brush, you know, and just kind of paint myself this way. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you'll hear them nearly every day. Then there's the feller. He meets you on your way. He asks you where you're going, and he listens while you say that you're going to the funeral of poor old brother Ned. Well, the first thing this guy will ask you is Ned dead? Foolish question, you might as well reply. No, he thought he'd have the funeral, then later on he'd die. Oh, Ned's so original, you know. He just wanted it that way. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you'll hear him nearly every day. Now, suppose an elevator boy should forget to close the door, and you should tumble down maybe 27 floors, and as you reach the bottom, and you're lying there inert, first person comes along will ask you, are you hurt? Foolish question, your dying words are no. I was in an awful hurry. An elevator boy was just too slow. I thought I'd save me a lot of time by coming down this way. Wasn't that a foolish question? Well, you'll hear it nearly every day. Thank you.
Yes, not yet. Must our stage manager out there somewhere, but I think that's it.
Are you done?
I think it is. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for listening. You guys are a good audience.
Thank you. If you're all interested, we do a radio show every Sunday night called Jazz Roots on KSTS, Jazz 88.3. And you were asking for scary songs. Not this Sunday, but the following Sunday will be my 25th annual spectacular. And we'll be doing all kinds of old-time scary stuff like songs about the boogeyman.
Mr. Ghost Goes to Town and the Skeleton that Calls It Rounds His Bones. There's a lot of good songs. Yeah, they've started posting them right after. I think just for a week, and they put the list up too. They find it on the website. You go to jazz88.org and then go into their no, it's the jukebox. Is that what it is? Luke? Hey, Luke. What is that? Everybody made them.